Welcome to Killuminati Report. Today we're diving into one of the most secretive and intriguing societies in America, Skull and Bones. Founded at Yale University in 1832, this society has been the subject of countless conspiracy theories and public fascination. Like, what is it about these secret societies that just draws you in? Is it the robes, the rituals, or the fact that they always seem to have their fingers in all the pies? Whatever it is, we're hooked. So buckle up, because today we're going full conspiracy theory mode and uncovering the top 5 strangest facts about Skull and Bones. First things first, let's talk about who gets to be a part of this whole Skull and Bones thing. It's not just any club you can join by signing up or showing interest, because it's not like your average college club where anyone can sign up. This is a society shrouded in mystery and exclusivity. Oh no, this is some next-level exclusivity. We're talking about a secret society that has its own set of rules and traditions, far removed from the regular college experience. We're talking about a group that handpicks just 15 Yale juniors every single year. These selections are not random, they are meticulously planned, that's it. 15 people out of like thousands. Imagine the level of scrutiny and criteria involved in making these selections. And you know they're not just picking anyone. The selection process is rigorous, focusing on those who have already shown exceptional promise. These are the kids who are already destined for greatness, the future CEOs and politicians, the ones who are going to be running the world someday. They are the crème de la crème of Yale. They call it leadership potential, but it feels a little more like they're assembling a team of superpowered individuals to, control everything from the shadows. It's almost like a real-life version of a superhero team, but with a lot more influence and power. And the craziest part? They've actually been pretty successful at it. The track record of Skull and Bones members is nothing short of impressive. I mean, just look at the list of Bonesmen. It's a veritable who's who of American power and influence. George H.W. Bush, Bonesman. He went on to become the 41st President of the United States. George W. Bush, also a Bonesman. He followed in his father's footsteps to become the 43rd president. We're talking about presidents, Supreme Court justices, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. The influence of this society extends far and wide. It's like a who's who of the most powerful people in America. Their reach is extensive and their impact is undeniable. So, is it just a coincidence that so many Bonesmen end up in positions of power? Or is there a deliberate plan behind it all? Or is there something more sinister going on here? The secrecy and the exclusivity make it hard to dismiss the idea of a grand design. Are they being groomed for these roles from the moment they step foot in the tomb? The very architecture of their meeting place adds to the aura of mystery. Because let's be real, when you have that kind of concentration of power in one place, it's hard not to be at least a little suspicious. The implications are vast and the questions are many. What exactly goes on behind those closed doors? And how does it shape the world we live in today? Okay, let's talk about the name, because Skull and Bones is not exactly subtle. It's like they're going for maximum intimidation points right off the bat. And the symbol, a skull with crossbones and the number 322? I mean, come on, that's straight out of a pirate movie. It's like they're begging us to think they're up to no good. And speaking of 322, what's the deal with that number? Some people say it represents the year 322 BC, the year the Greek orator Demosthenes died. But why is that significant? Was Demosthenes secretly a member of Skull and Bones? Did he know too much? Others say that 322 represents something else entirely, something more secretive, more ritualistic, something that only true Bonesmen are privy to. And honestly, that's way more terrifying to me. The idea that there's this whole other layer of meaning, this hidden language that only they understand, that's the kind of stuff that keeps me up at night. Chapter 3. The Tomb Secrets Hidden in Plain Sight. Now, let's talk about the tomb. Because if the name Skull and Bones wasn't creepy enough, they had to go and build themselves a headquarters that looks like it's straight out of a horror movie. This place is seriously intense. It's this windowless, fortress-like building on Yale's campus. And it's basically the epicenter of all things Skull and Bones. And get this, rumor has it that inside the tomb, they keep all sorts of crazy stuff. Like We're talking artifacts, historical documents, personal items from bonesmen throughout history. Some people even say they have Geronimo's skull in there, which is just morbid. But the fact that they're just chilling in there, surrounded by all this history, all these secrets, it just adds to the whole mystique of Skull and Bones. It's like they're trying to create this aura of power, this sense that they're connected to something bigger than all of us. Chapter 4. Initiation rituals, fact, fiction, or just plain weird. Okay, this is where things get really juicy. We're diving into the heart of the mystery, because while we know a lot about the members of Skull and Bones and their fancy headquarters, the real intrigue lies in what we don't know. The actual initiation rituals are still shrouded in secrecy, cloaked in layers of mystery and speculation. And let's be real, that's where the real conspiracy theories start to brew. The unknown always fuels the wildest imaginations. There are all these rumors about what goes on behind closed doors, whispers in the dark, secret notes passed under the table. Some say new members have to confess their deepest, darkest secrets, laying bare their souls in a kind of twisted therapy session. Imagine sitting in a dimly lit room surrounded by strangers and revealing your most hidden fears and desires. Others say they have to perform these bizarre rituals like kissing a skull or digging up graves. It's like something out of a horror movie. And then there are the rumors about hazing, which, let's be honest, wouldn't be surprising given the whole power dynamic at play. The older members asserting their dominance over the new recruits. The power hierarchy is palpable, and the initiation rituals are a way to reinforce that structure. But some of the stories are next level, almost too bizarre to believe. Like being forced to fight each other in staged duels, testing their loyalty and courage, or spend days in a coffin confronting their own mortality, in the most literal sense. Now, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is just urban legend. The line between fact and fiction is incredibly blurry here, but the fact that they're so secretive about it just makes it that much more intriguing, you know? The secrecy itself adds to the allure. It's like, what are they hiding? What secrets are locked away behind those closed doors? What's so weird that they don't want the rest of the world to know about it? The mystery only deepens the more you think about it. And maybe, just maybe, that's the point. The allure of the unknown keeps us all guessing, keeps us all intrigued. So whether it's fact, fiction, or just plain weird, one thing's for sure. The mystery of these initiation rituals will continue to captivate our imaginations. Chapter 5. Global Conspiracy, the Reach of Skull and Bones. So we've talked about the members, the symbols, the headquarters and the rituals, but there's so much more to uncover. The biggest question remains, what is Skull and Bones actually trying to do? What's their endgame? Are they just a group of influential individuals? Or is there a deeper, more sinister purpose? Well, some people believe that Skull and Bones is more than just a social club for rich and powerful dudes. They argue that it's a breeding ground for future leaders who will shape the world according to a hidden agenda. They think it's a shadow organization, pulling the strings behind the scenes, controlling everything from global politics to the economy. Imagine a network so vast and influential that it can sway the course of history. And when you look at the track record of Bonesmen, it's hard to deny that they have had a pretty significant impact on the world. We're talking about presidents, CEOs, media moguls. These are not just any individuals, they are the architects of our modern society. These are the people who shape our reality. They influence the news we consume, the policies that govern us, and even the cultural norms we follow. So is it so far-fetched to think that they might be using their power and influence to further their own agenda? An agenda that could be meticulously planned and executed over decades, if not centuries. An agenda that might not be in the best interest of the rest of us. Could it be that their goals are at odds with the well-being of the general population? I mean, think about it. The concentration of power in the hands of a few has always been a cause for concern throughout history. If you were a member of a secret society that had access to that kind of power, wouldn't you be tempted to use it? To shape the world in a way that benefits you and your inner circle, regardless of the consequences for everyone else? The reach of Skull and Bones is a topic that invites endless speculation and debate. Whether they are puppet masters or just a group of influential people, their impact is undeniable. As we continue to explore their influence, one thing is clear. The story of Skull and Bones is far from over. The questions it raises about power, secrecy and control are more relevant today than ever. The allure of Skull and Bones lies in its aura of secrecy, as its private rituals and powerful membership keep it steeped in mystery. For those interested in exploring further, both CBS News and sources like Illuminati Report have delved into the society's background and potential influence. Read more about Skull and Bones at CBS News here, https://www.cbsnews.com/news/skull- and -bones/ or on Illuminati Report here, http://illuminatiReport.blogspot.com/2015/06/skull- and -bones- exposing-illuminati-in.html. Whether it is a breeding ground for America's elite or simply a private club for Yale graduates, Skull and Bones will likely remain a source of fascination and speculation for years to come. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more intriguing content.